It is said that water is absolutely essential to the human body's survival. A person can live for about a month without food, but only a week without water. Perhaps this and doctors' recommendations for 8 glasses a day has turned the bottled water industry into a multi-billion-dollar business and is already being considered as among the fastest growing segment of the entire beverage industry.
The water industry, yes, as you say, has really grown. It's actually grown out of proportion, mainly because water is very scarce these days. You don't get the rains, so the city council don't have the water, the country doesn't have water. And previously, basically 15 years ago, the water we had in our country was just fantastic. People would drink from the taps.
Bottled water sales in Kenya now exceeds 1.3 billion shillings annually, with no slowdown in sight.
Probably the most interesting things was, and I'll probably take myself back to when we started, bottled water in East Africa generally was at that time probably seen more as a product for tourists. People would come in and it was available in hotels. You tend to find your embassies, aid agencies. They were the ones that were really drinking this product, especially when we had a lot of this turbulent kind of violence in neighboring countries. What's happened obviously in the last 10 years is that we've seen an emerging market, especially with the middle sector, where people are starting to now have a little bit more disposable income. And people are starting to be able to understand now the importance of drinking clean water.
The emerging opportunities arising from the growth of the bottled water industry has attracted new players.
And due to that, the emerging of the bottled water has grown from strength to strength. And today, basically, everybody in this country needs water. Water has become so important.
Apart from the water bottles, which are dominant in the market, players have gone ahead and introduced water dispensers, which are more suited for the offices.
That is what we call the 18.9 litre bottles, which is what we deliver to homes, offices, to the hotels, to all over the place within the country. That has become a very, very big business.
While the industry is primarily dominated by the big players such as Aquamist, Keringet and Dasani, small-scale players such as Ole Mara are also catching a niche in the sector.
I started my business in the year 2007. And what inspired me to start the business was people are taking sodas and juices so that they can clear their thirst. But now what happened? People started learning that the sweet drinks like the sodas and the squashes, they don't help, because sometimes you see they dehydrate you, but they don't make they don't convince your thirst. So now it's when I got an idea of starting the water business.
There are, however, challenges in the sector, with players decrying taxation, saying it is a burden on those who are the most vulnerable and in need of bottled water.
It's something that is probably been an underlying factor for many of us over the last few years. And I think as time has gone by, taxes are something that we all do contribute towards. The only question is how much should it be for each industry. With bottled water, we've always believed, or the industry believes, that it is a necessity because of where we stand with local supply of water. And we've had ongoing discussions with the government to be able to look at reviewing taxation.
And while globally, bottled water is the third most consumed beverage based on average daily consumption, just behind filtered and non-filtered water, 3.6 servings per day, and coffee, which is 1.8 servings per day, the future looks bright for the water industry in Kenya.